Why did Nokia collapse despite ruling the world's phones for decades? How did an unbreakable brand suddenly lose everything it dominated? What secret mistakes turned a global icon into a warning story? Was Nokia killed by technology or by decisions made inside boardrooms? Nokia was founded in 1865 in Finland as a paper mill. It was created to supply industrial materials during Europe's rapid modernization. The founder Fredrik Idestam believed industry could reshape national futures. Early Nokia struggled with geography, resources, and limited local markets. The company survived by constantly changing products and business directions. Nokia moved from paper into rubber, cables, and electrical equipment. This diversification saved the company during economic and political instability. Finland's harsh climate forced Nokia to engineer durable, reliable products. Survival taught Nokia adaptation before innovation became fashionable. During the 20th century, Nokia entered telecommunications through cable manufacturing. The rise of radio and telephony opened new global opportunities. Nokia merged multiple businesses to strengthen technological capabilities. Leadership believed communication would define the future of humanity. By the 1980s, Nokia fully committed to mobile telecommunications technology. This decision required enormous risk, capital, and long-term patience. Early mobile phones were heavy, expensive, and targeted business elites. Nokia invested heavily in research while competitors hesitated cautiously. The first Nokia mobile phone appeared in the early 1980s. It cost thousands of dollars and weighed more than modern laptops. Despite limitations, it symbolized freedom from wired communication. Nokia focused on user-friendly design when others focused on hardware power. Simple menus, strong signals, and durability became Nokia's identity. The famous Nokia ringtone increased brand recognition worldwide. By the 1990s, Nokia dominated global mobile phone markets aggressively. Its phones reached Europe, Asia, Africa, and emerging economies rapidly. Nokia understood local markets better than American and Japanese rivals. Affordable pricing allowed millions to own their first mobile phone. Nokia became a symbol of trust, reliability, and technological pride. The slogan connecting people captured emotional and functional brand purpose. Marketing focused on human connection rather than cold technical specifications. Nokia phones survived extreme weather, falls, and long-term daily abuse. This durability created legendary stories shared across cultures globally. Nokia controlled supply chains, manufacturing, and software development internally. This vertical integration increased efficiency and reduced dependency risks. At its peak, Nokia held over 40% global market share. Entire economies depended on Nokia's success and employment generation. Few brands achieved such dominance without owning an operating system monopoly. Nokia used Symbian to power most of its devices worldwide. Symbian initially gave Nokia flexibility across multiple hardware models. Developers worldwide built applications specifically for Nokia ecosystems. Nokia invested billions into research centers across several continents. Innovation labs experimented with touchscreens, cameras, and mobile internet early. Many future smartphone features were first tested inside Nokia laboratories. However, internal bureaucracy slowed decision-making dramatically. Early warnings appeared as consumer behavior started shifting silently. Touch-based interfaces slowly attracted younger, tech-curious users. Competitors observed Nokia's moves while planning disruptive alternatives. Nokia believed hardware strength would always outweigh software experience. This belief would later challenge everything Nokia once dominated. Nokia never truly disappeared. It transformed silently behind global technology curtains. After selling phones, Nokia refocused on future communication infrastructure. The company invested heavily in 4G, 5G, and network intelligence systems. Telecom giants depend on Nokia for backbone internet and mobile connectivity. Billions of calls and data packets travel through Nokia-powered networks daily. Nokia's research now shapes smart cities, automation, and digital security. Few consumers realize Nokia still influences modern digital life deeply. Trust in Nokia comes from decades of engineering discipline and reliability. Governments choose Nokia for secure networks over untested alternatives. Unlike flashy brands, Nokia operates quietly behind technological foundations. Its power lies in invisible systems rather than consumer spotlight. Competitors sell devices, Nokia sells the roads data travels on. This shift protects Nokia from fast-changing consumer trends. The brand learned painful lessons from its smartphone-era collapse. Internal culture now prioritizes speed, flexibility, and software thinking. Former mistakes reshaped leadership philosophy and strategic vision. Nokia no longer bets everything on a single consumer product. People still remember Nokia phones surviving impossible conditions. That emotional memory keeps brand trust alive across generations. Collectors still preserve classic Nokia models as cultural artifacts. Durability stories became free marketing legends worldwide. The first phone Nokia built changed human communication permanently. Its high price reflected rarity, ambition, and technological courage. Nokia proved that success does not guarantee future survival. Markets reward adaptation, not history or emotional attachment. Apple and Android learned from Nokia's early global expansion mistakes. They focused ecosystems over hardware strength deliberately. Nokia's fall educated an entire industry on innovation timing. Being early is useless if execution arrives too late. Even today, Nokia patents influence smartphone technology standards. Every modern phone carries traces of Nokia's early innovations. This story is not about failure but transformation through loss. Few companies survive losing global dominance and still remain relevant. Nokia accepted humility, redefined success, and rebuilt purpose silently. That resilience defines true corporate survival beyond headlines. Now the real question turns toward you watching this story. Have you ever used a Nokia phone in your life? Did its simplicity and strength leave a lasting impression? After knowing these facts, how do you feel about Nokia now? Does this story change how you see success and failure? Share your thoughts below and let this story travel further. Apple's iPhone launch in 2007 quietly rewrote mobile phone expectations. Touchscreens replaced buttons, software replaced hardware-driven competition. Nokia initially dismissed touch devices as niche experiments. Internal reports warned leadership about changing consumer preferences early. Decision-makers feared disrupting profitable existing product lines. Symbian struggled to adapt to modern touch-based interfaces. User experience became complicated, slow, and visually outdated. Engineers proposed radical software redesigns, but approvals moved painfully slow. Multiple management layers diluted urgency and accountability. Meanwhile, Google introduced Android as an open smartphone ecosystem. Manufacturers adopted Android rapidly due to flexibility and low cost. Nokia underestimated Android's speed of global adoption. They believed brand loyalty would protect declining innovation cycles. Microsoft partnership was announced as Nokia's strategic survival move. Windows Phone promised smooth interfaces and ecosystem support. This decision shocked employees, developers, and long-term partners worldwide. Symbian was abruptly abandoned despite millions of active users. Developers lost trust after years of platform uncertainty. Application ecosystems shrank as consumer interest declined steadily. Nokia Lumia phones received praise for design and camera quality. However, limited applications discouraged mainstream consumer adoption. Marketing struggled to explain Nokia's new identity clearly. Retailers hesitated to promote devices with uncertain futures. Sales numbers failed to meet expectations despite heavy advertising investments. Internal morale dropped as layoffs and restructures accelerated. Nokia sold its mobile division to Microsoft in 2014. This marked the symbolic end of an industry-defining era. Critics debated whether leadership ego delayed necessary transformation. Others blamed speed of technological disruption beyond human control. Controversies followed Nokia regarding radiation health concerns globally. Several lawsuits questioned mobile phone safety during early expansion years. Governments investigated mobile tower radiation standards periodically. Nokia maintained compliance with international safety regulations consistently. Environmental groups criticized electronic waste generated by mass phone production. Nokia later launched recycling initiatives addressing sustainability concerns. Labor unions protested factory closures affecting thousands of workers. Globalization pressures forced cost-cutting across manufacturing locations. Patent disputes emerged as competitors challenged Nokia's innovations. Nokia aggressively defended intellectual property in multiple jurisdictions. Some critics accused Nokia of ignoring consumer feedback intentionally. Former employees described internal politics slowing innovation dramatically. Rumors claimed Nokia prototypes surpassed iPhone features years earlier. However, management hesitated, fearing cannibalization of existing sales. Despite decline, Nokia's patents generated billions in licensing revenue. The company shifted focus toward network infrastructure and technology services. Nokia Networks became a major player in global telecommunications infrastructure. They powered mobile connectivity for operators across continents. trust remained due to decades of engineering reliability and experience. Governments relied on Nokia for secure communication technologies. Nokia phones became cultural symbols of durability and simplicity. Many users still associate Nokia with emotional first mobile experiences. The first Nokia phone represented independence in communication history. Priced extremely high, it targeted corporations and government institutions. Today, Nokia competes differently, focusing on connectivity rather than devices. Its impact shaped how billions communicate daily worldwide. Nokia's story warns that dominance can blind even the strongest leaders. Innovation requires courage to destroy successful products intentionally. Technology evolves faster than loyalty, nostalgia, or past achievements. Nokia survived, but the crown quietly passed to others.